to my kitchen. Oh, this is an exciting day for me because today I'm actually going to show you how to dry ricotta cheese. And you're probably thinking, why would you dry ricotta cheese? Well, what it is when you dry ricotta cheese, you can actually grate it like you would your normal Parmesan cheese. Now, ricotta cheese on your pasta dishes is absolutely beautiful, and it's something Sebastian's family, his mum and dad, Maria and Salvatore, that they've always done. Now, that's always made the difference, you know, when you have a meal at their place or here, when you have a meal with them, opposed to, you know, you're getting your Parmesan cheese sprinkling on and eating your pasta dish. Well, the difference is their cheese that you grate over is actually dried ricotta cheese, and there is a difference, and it's beautiful. And it's one of the things that his parents have actually taught me. I'm so happy they actually taught me. So without further ado, I'm going to get everything together and I'll be back shortly, and you'll be surprised how easy it is. So easy. You'll be thinking, is that all you do? And it's, yes, it is. So I'll be back soon. Hey Sebastian, how you doing, buddy?
Good, thank you, Wendy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now today we're actually going to show you how Sebastian's family, his mum and dad, Maria and Salvatore, how they actually dried their ricotta cheese. Now, why do we dry the ricotta cheese, Sebastian?
Because we want to give it a longer life shelf, and we can use it as a dry cheese rather than a soft, wet cheese.
Okay, Sebastian, so you said the reason why you dry the cheese is so it actually lasts longer. Why is that?
So we can use it for grating, we can have it on crackers, and, you know, and
Sorry, Sebastian and I were just having a bit of a chuckle. It's like, oh, tongue freeze. That's what it's like in front of the camera.
It's not like me. People know me. It's not like me to lose my voice, I can assure you of that.
That's so true, Sebastian.
Well, the cheese is so we can give it a longer shelf life. That's why we're going to dry it out.
Yep.
And then we can use it for grating. We can use it in on crackers, or just as a straight dry cheese rather than a wet one. The wet one only has a short shelf life.
Yeah, that's correct. The ricotta cheese.
So we're going to cure the cheese.
Yep, okay,
That's
beautiful.
what we're doing today. We're going to cure the ricotta.
Okay, now, is this a tradition, a Sicilian tradition, or is this your mum and dad, their sort of recipe, or do you know where they got it from?
No, I think it's just my mum and dad. So I think they may have got it from their friends, and there's certain Italians that do certain things as Sicilians. Not everyone does things because it depends what part of the country they're from.
Right, and where are your parents from, Sebastian?
They're from Pozzo di Gotto, Messina, province of Messina in Sicily, down south.
Wow, okay. I always thought it was Barcelona.
No, it's Pozzo di Gotto, Barcelona,
Yep.
which is the town, and it's the province, which is, the city is Messina. It's like saying Melbourne and Werribee.
Right, okay.
Right, it's a suburb of the city.
Right, okay.
Right, so they say this province.
Right, beautiful. And your parents sort of dry and make a lot of things, didn't
Well,
they?
they do. A lot of Europeans do a lot of curing. I had friends who are Hungarian. They did a lot of fruit alcohol curing because it gets pretty cold out in Hungary.
Oh, yes. I think I'm hungry for that.
They used all their plums and made alcohol.
Nice, they used the plums, did they?
Yes,
okay, beautiful.
Yes, the plums were the recipe for the alcohol. Quite nice, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm actually very proud for Sebastian to show us how to dry the cheese and what we actually do. So, Sebastian's got a very short attention span, so I better move on here. So, what is it you're going to say, Sebastian?
For all the guys out there, don't be alarmed how much salt I use. The salt is only to be put on there so it can soak up the moisture. So take the water out of the ricotta cheese, which is what we want to do.
Right.
So what we're going to do now is just get the salt, and we're going to sprinkle it all over, like so.
Does it matter what type of salt? Sea salt, white salt?
Look, some people prefer sea salt. We've got pink Himalaya salt today. It'll probably add a bit of colour, and it'll look really nice. So as you can see, it's looking pretty good. So now I'm just going to put some on my hand and I don't know how to do this, but I'll give it a go. And I'm going to sprinkle it on the sides. I think I'll just do this.
Is it firm enough, the cheese, Sebastian, maybe to tilt it on the side?
Maybe, perhaps. Oh, no. We're going to lose it. Oh, dear, oh dear. No.
Actually, maybe if you hold the baking paper on the tray.
We'll just do that. It's okay, it's getting there.
Now, do you have to get it all the way around the side?
Yes, it would be better so it absorbs it.
Right.
And the salt helps cure it as well.
Right. Now, does it also prevent the moulding from happening?
Yes, it stops it from turning into mould, you know. It'll dry the cheese.
He's doing an absolute superb job. Look at that. Now, I was going to do it myself, and I thought, look, this is Sebastian's family's recipe. And I thought, you know what, I really thought it'd be absolutely beautiful to share this with you, Sebastian.
I'm going to place this over here out the way.
Yep.
And we're just going to let that, and we're going to get this little beauty thing. It's
yeah, it's quite popular, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's just if any flies come in or the house, even though we've got fly screens, it's just to keep anything out. And you sit that over there. Sometimes we put it outside on the table to let the fresh air dry it out quicker. We're going to leave it like that for 3 days, and then we'll come back to it.
No, okay, so not put it outside on the table outside for the fresh air, or it's better off inside?
Either or. Like we just don't want any animals getting to it, you know, depending where you live.
Ah, right, okay.
You might have a dog, you might have a cat.
We got chooks. Yeah, we got chickens.
So, that's the other reason.
Okay, so what time of year do we normally try the ricotta? Is it better off in the autumn or the winter, or does it matter what time of year?
In the winter, it'd probably take about 6 days.
Right.
To dry out, but in the summer, probably 3 days maximum.
Right, okay. So we're going to let this sit for about 3 days, and we're going to come back and go to the next step.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you, Sebastian, for that, and we'll be back in 3 days, guys.
All right.
Bye. Hey, Seb, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you, Wendy.
Okay, so what day is it today?
Day 3 of curing the ricotta cheese.
Beautiful.
Now, I'll remove this, as you can see.
Yep, let's zoom in.
There's a lot of water down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, we can see that.
Right, so what we're going to do is take that over to the sink.
Yep.
And you'll see it just draining. We're just going to drain the excess water without the cheese sliding off. Hold the grease paper and then just keep doing that until it goes off.
Yep, I see that. Wow, that shows you how much moisture there is, doesn't it?
Yep. And then just put that in the hand there just in case. Give it a bit of support just to drain all the... There we go. Now, that was day 3. And on day 5, I'll show you what the next step is.
Beautiful.
Just going to cover it back up. And if there's more moisture there tomorrow, we'll drain it again.
Tomorrow?
If there is.
Okay.
We'll check it on day 4.
Yep.
And then day 5, we'll proceed to the next step.
Beautiful. Now, is there a reason why you sort of pour all that extra moisture out?
Yes, because we want to dry the cheese and all that.
Yep.
If you don't drain it, it will just keep absorbing the moisture back into the base.
Fantastic.
That's why the salt is there to dry the cheese out, cure it.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Really appreciate it. Hi, Sebastian. How are you doing?
Good, thank you, Wendy.
That's good. Now, what day is it today? Oh my God, that was absolutely hilarious. Has anyone ever seen Sebastian stuck for words? He was like, huh?
I believe it's day 5.
Beautiful, okay, because we've actually lost track.
Yes.
It is a Monday here while we're recording on a Monday, so he's like, hang on. He usually works, but we've got a public holiday for the Melbourne Cup tomorrow. So, dear Sebastian went, oh. Okay, Sebastian, so we're on day 5.
We're on day 5.
Beautiful. So what are we doing today?
Today we're going to cook the ricotta in the oven to cure it.
Excellent.
So, what we need is Wendy's butter.
How much butter do we need, Sebastian?
I don't know. I just sort of slice it and put it all over.
Right. Okay. So we'll gauge of what we use this time around because it's basically on
What
view.
I'll do is I'll weigh the butter that I've currently got. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
we'll weigh what's left and we'll deduct it from the total.
So Sebastian, you're slicing up the butter right now. Is that correct?
Yes. As you can see, very thin.
Let me just zoom in a little bit of how thin you're going. Wow, that is extremely thin. Okay. And why do you put the butter on the cheese, Sebastian?
It's to give it a bit of colour and secure it when we cook it. As the butter
Right.
will run off this cheese. As it melts, it will run off the sides as well.
Oh, beautiful. Now, Sebastian, you have forgotten to do something that we discussed on the video, which is quite hilarious. We've got a blooper here, guys. What did you say we'd do, Sebastian, about weighing the cheese and then weighing how much we've got?
It's all in moderation. You'll see what I'm doing and then you'll understand how much you need. It's not a great deal. It's just to put enough over the top. Make sure it overhangs a little bit on the sides so it's going to melt like that, as you can see. It's hanging over the edge. That's hanging over the edge. I might swap that one with that one.
And why are you swapping it round? Because you needed a larger piece to go over the edge?
Yeah, so it hangs over the edge as it melts.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and I'll just do another slice.
Now, is it just on the top, Sebastian, or around the sides?
No, that's why I've hung it half over the side. So, because I can't stick it to the side, so I hang it over the side. As it melts, it runs down and trickles.
Right, okay.
And that should be enough now. This last slice should be enough there. That's more than enough. It's a naughty sort of cheese.
Okay, poor Sebastian. I've always given him grief, but I'm all about giving as much information as I possibly can. No, you can have a look at that, darling.
No, I'm going to just do this, and I'm just going to do this real quickly. Sorry, guys. Just real quick. Pop this all in here.
Yeah.
And it's 65 grams.
Beautiful.
Okay. So it's not a great deal.
Fantastic. All right, folks. So, yes, that was 65 grams, Sebastian.
Yes.
Beautiful. So he's focused now. So we'll be back after we've taken it out the oven, folks. So tomorrow, what are you going to do, Sebastian?
I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut a big slice and then slice it up so you can see what it looks like cured.
Beautiful. And
I might do a taste for you as well.
Oh yeah, we have to do a taste test, yeah. And maybe I might make some pasta and you can grate it onto the pasta.
Yes,
yeah.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. We'll have a pasta dish. Well, thank you so much, folks.
Salivating.
Okay, so we'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, so it's actually ready now, isn't it, for eating? I'm so excited, I can't wait. We've got our pasta ready and waiting at the table. So, what are you doing, Sebastian?
I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'll cut it in a quarter so you can see what it looks like.
Oh, that's lovely.
As you can see, it's nice and firm. Yeah? And there you go.
That's lovely. Look, turn that around, Sebastian, so we can see. There we go. Look at that. So that is how
you cure ricotta cheese.
Beautiful. So we're going to grate this and put it on our pasta, and this is great. So I'm going to have it with our salami and cheese. Thanks, Sebastian.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Okay, folks, we have our homemade salami, dried ricotta, and our ciabatta. Is that correct, Sebastian?
Yes, tomato and ciabatta.
Yes, beautiful, and our pasta. So go for it, Sebastian.
Yes, I'm just going to cut something
What are you cutting?
big, and then I'm going to just get a napkin. I don't have all my paws on it. Wrap the piece of cheese like that. Like that. And just
Oh, beautiful.
rattle away.
And it's not as bitter as Parmesan cheese, is it, Sebastian? It's
No.
a milder taste. It's
Correct.
absolutely beautiful.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and our little journey on how to dry ricotta cheese. So thank you very much, Sebastian.
You're welcome. Sorry, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.